if you are the dispo company dispoing deals, you want to make sure that you build your brand so that you don't get a bad rep. Selling contracts, right? And here's the reason. Most dispo wholesalers that are trying to sell contracts are marking up a bunch of fees on their things. And the main thing is they just don't understand their buyers or their buyers' numbers. So what they do is they just take the contract and they shop it out everywhere at a freaking crazy price that nobody wants to buy it at, right? And then they get branded as a bad dispo wholesaler. Like literally, I've talked to these buyers before where buyers are like, oh, I'll never forget. I was hanging out with one of my fix and flip buddies in this area, and we were just chatting about deals and everything like that. And I was like, oh, I saw one that came up kind of close to da 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 da. And he's like, oh yeah, no, I think I saw that too. And whenever I see that name, I literally just delete the email. I don't even look at their properties anymore. I'm just like, yo, I've looked at probably 100 of their deals. They're all trash. I'm never buying one of their deals. I just don't trust that guy at all. And I'm like, damn, that it's going to be hard for that guy. Like when this guy actually has a good deal under contract, it's going to be hard for this guy to actually sell it because people in the marketplace think that he is selling bad deals and they don't trust him. Right? He doesn't do good business in the marketplace. The same wholesaler that I'm talking about, I was on a seller appointment one time, and even the seller knew about him. And the seller was like, yeah, the guy came to my house, said that he'd give me way over than anybody else would. I just didn't really trust him. It just didn't make any sense. So like people are getting that sense and that vibe of these wholesalers that are sending contracts. So I'm bringing you guys somewhere, right? Since people are out here selling bad or trying to sell bad contracts, giving wholesaling a bad rep. So all the buyers are looking at all these people on Facebook and everything as, you know, dang, these wholesalers, they don't even know what the heck they're doing. They're locking up these contracts way too high. It just doesn't make any sense. They'll never sell. I literally see it on the Facebook post like, hey, this isn't a deal, da, da, da. I don't believe in that, by the way. Like if you're a buyer and you are on Facebook and you are trying to buy deals from a wholesaler, that wholesaler is going to help you out at some point. They're going to get you a deal if you're giving them enough value. Maybe you should help them underwrite rather than putting it on the post, hey, this is a shit deal, because I can promise you that's not going to get you a deal. You're not going to get a deal from me if you post on my post, hey, this isn't a deal, you stink, right? Like, why am I going to ever sell you a deal? I'm not going to do that, okay? But the buyers already have that in mind. Right? So you want to make sure if you are the dispo company dispoing deals, you want to make sure that you build your brand so that you don't get a bad rep. It's very similar to being a freaking pizza joint, right? If you're a pizza joint and all your pizzas are coming out like trash, and every single time that you go send one out, right, to go deliver a pizza, it gets to the customer and the pizza's like, you know, when you get the pizzas, they're like halfway crunched up because the pizza guy left a freaking box on the seat that was lifted like this. And now the pizza just all messed up. Pizza tastes like crap. Like those pizza joints struggle. Those pizza joints don't have a good rep. So when I'm at my homie's house and I'm like, yo, we should grab some pizza, and he suggests that pizza joint, I'm like, heck no, I'm not going there. Last time they screwed up my pizza. I've only heard bad things from them. Screw that. Let's go to the other one down the street that has a good rep, that has really good pizza, right? It's the same thing with dispo. These people that are sending out all these bad contracts are getting bad reps to the point where buyers aren't even opening their emails, which is going to make it really tough for them to actually get somebody to buy that deal. So the goal is, if you are dispoing in an area, you want to make sure that you are building your brand so that you have a good rep. Because here's what happens. When you are the pizza shop that has really good pizza, let's just say you were the pizza shop that had the best pizza in town, and all of a sudden there was a shortage of dough. Okay. Let's just say nationwide there was a shortage of dough and you guys had to sell pizza. Who do you think would be selling pizza the most if everybody all had the same amount of dough? Everybody all had the same amount of dough. Who would be able to jack their prices up the most and be able to sell their dough the fastest? It would be the company that had the best rep, You see what I'm saying? So it is important for the dispo team that you're using, or if you are a dispo team yourself and you're looking to grow your dispo team, to do good business. You should just be doing good business with all your vendors regardless, but it's important that you build your brand in that area, or your company that you're working with has a good brand in that area, so that when they send out a contract, people see it and they see the brand. They see, okay, this is coming from Silver Homes. That's Mike and his team. They send out really good inventory. They send out a really good product, right? I was talking to one of my dispo guys the other day, and I was talking about another dispo team that we use, and he's like, oh, they actually send out really good product. Literally word for word. He said, yeah, that team is really good. They send out really good product. Like, product. That's like something on the shelves. That's what a contract is. You're literally selling something like it's on the shelves. You got to have a good product for it to sell. And if you have a good brand in the marketplace for selling good products, then you are going to be able to get your things to move fast off the shelves, which is the goal, right? So the goal is to be the person in the marketplace that has really good deals at really good numbers that make the most sense. You guys' transactions go through smooth. There's no BS that happens. The sellers aren't like, oh, what the heck is going on? Why is this person going here, that person going there? It should be a smooth transaction for everybody. And you want to make sure that the dispo team that you're using, if you are direct to seller and you are using dispo teams to dispo your properties, that they have that brand. That way your seller doesn't end up in a bad situation, or you don't end up in a bad situation where the contract doesn't sell, or just simply you're just going to make more money. Because here's what happens. When your dispo team has a really, really good presence in the marketplace, think about this. Their goal is to hit a button, right, to their email or to their text blast or whatever the case is, and they text it out to everybody in that marketplace. And I'm talking about in that marketplace, not freaking nationwide, right? They send it out to people specifically in that marketplace that know them, that know that they are the people that have a really good deal. So they send it out to thousands of buyers in the area, in the local area that they have a relationship with. Maybe they met them at a meetup. Maybe they saw them on Facebook. Maybe they saw whatever. They know that they have good deals, right? That buyer is going to be like, oh, crap, this is from the team that has really good deals. It says highest and best by Monday at 12 o'clock, showings on Saturday. I got to be at that showing. I got to make sure that I give the best offer because I have a project right down the street that's finishing up, and this one is freaking perfect for me. And those are the buyers that end up getting attracted to those deals. Now, it's going to be really tough if you send it out to a dispo team that doesn't know what the heck they're doing, or that has been sending out bad product. And they say, okay, I'm going to have a showing on Saturday at 11, highest and best by Monday. And come Saturday, and maybe 3 people show up to the showing. And then they try to negotiate as the buyers say, oh, no, this isn't a good deal because this, that, and the other. And then they don't end up selling the deal, or they don't sell it that high.